there's a moment when you realize the man sitting across from you at dinner isn't looking for love. He's hunting for a caretaker who won't charge by the hour, one who'll serve him freely, obediently, just when you thought romance might bloom again in your twilight years. At first, it feels flattering. He notices your smile. He tells you you're elegant. After 60, after 70, after grief, and too many evenings alone, that kind of attention can feel like sunlight. Then the requests begin. Could you make something simple for dinner? Could you help me sort a few things? Could you remind me which pill I take at night? Before you realize it, you are no longer dating. You are managing, soothing, carrying, fixing. You are not his partner. You are unpaid care wrapped in lipstick and good manners. My name is Patricia. I'm 78 years old. And if you are a woman over 60, hear me clearly. Not every late life romance is a blessing. Some are burdens wearing the face of companionship. 3 months after I met Charles, I ended up in the emergency room with dangerously high blood pressure. Not because he broke my heart, because he drained my body, my peace, and my strength while calling it affection. So if you've been lonely, hopeful, or praying for one last good love story, stay with me. I was married at 19. My husband, Silas, and I built a life through loyalty, sacrifice, and faith. We raised 2 sons, survived lean years, and kept moving even when life felt heavy. Then Silas got sick. Little by little, I stopped being a wife and became a caretaker. I handled the medicine, meals, doctor visits, sleepless nights, money, worry, and the emotional weight that never lets your shoulders rest. I did what women of my generation were trained to do. I gave until giving became my identity. When Silas died, people praised me for being strong. But sometimes strong just means everyone got comfortable watching you carry too much. After the funeral, my house became painfully quiet. My sons called often, but when the evenings came, the loneliness settled into every room. I missed laughter. I missed warmth. I missed being asked what I needed. What I wanted was not another man to rescue. I wanted tenderness. Someone who might hold my hand, make me tea, care whether I was tired, and make life softer instead of harder. That was the hunger inside me when Charles entered my life. Charles owned the grocery store in town. I had known his face for years. He was polished, polite, silver-haired, and gentle in that comforting way older women are taught to trust. After his wife died, he began talking to me more often. At first, it felt innocent. He carried groceries to my car. If I forgot something, he would bring it to my house. He lingered at the door, just long enough to make me feel remembered. We talked about books, weather, and the way time speeds up when you are no longer young. He listened when I spoke. He laughed at my stories. After years of widowhood, being noticed felt almost magical. Then came coffee, then lunch, then dinners with careful charm. I told myself I was old enough to recognize sincerity. 6 weeks later, Charles invited me on a day trip and asked me to stop by his house first so we could gather what we needed. I arrived early, excited, wearing lipstick I had nearly forgotten I still owned. Nothing was ready. The food wasn't packed. His clothes were wrinkled. The car still needed attention. Within minutes, I was helping with everything while he smiled from a chair. Could you iron this? Could you pack the snacks? Could you check the trunk? That day should have warned me. Instead, I told myself not to be difficult. After that trip, the pattern deepened fast. Charles mentioned his kitchen was a mess, so I cleaned it. He said he hated keeping track of medications, so I organized them. He complained about traffic, so I drove him to appointments. He said frozen dinners made him feel old, so I brought homemade meals. Nothing dramatic happened. That is exactly why I missed it. The trap did not arrive with cruelty. It arrived with need. And women like me were raised to answer need before asking whether it belonged to us. Within 3 months, I was taking care of 2 households. My own home became the place I rushed through so I could get back to his. I did his laundry, sorted his paperwork, tracked his medicine, cooked in his kitchen, and listened to him call me sweetheart, as if that word should pay for my exhaustion. We were not building intimacy. We were repeating a role. Then one night Charles called after dark and said he felt weak and needed help. I got dressed, drove across town, checked his pills, made tea, settled him down, and stayed until he was comfortable. On the drive home, my hands shook on the steering wheel, not from fear, from fury, because Charles had a grown son living 15 minutes away. He did not call his son. He called me because I was easier. The next morning, my son Thomas called, and I told him about Charles as if everything were normal. I described the late-night call, the driving, the medicine, the tea, the way I had to hold myself together just to get home. When I finished, Thomas was quiet. Then he said very softly, "Mom, didn't you already give most of your life taking care of one man? Is this really how you want to spend the years you have left?" I tried to defend Charles. I said he appreciated me. I said he needed support. I said maybe this is what love looks like at our age. But my voice broke while I was speaking because even I did not believe it anymore. Then Thomas asked the question that shattered the illusion. If his son lives so close, why are you carrying all of this? I had no answer. After we hung up, I sat at my kitchen table and cried, not from sorrow, but recognition. Later, I called my friend Mabel, another widow. Before I could finish the story, she stopped me and said, "I did the same thing. Different man. Same pattern." That conversation changed me. I finally understood this was bigger than Charles. It was about women taught that being needed is the same as being loved, and men raised to receive care without question. Need is not love. Gratitude is not partnership. And being useful is not the same as being cherished. 3 days later, I went to Charles's house. He was in his recliner, television on, comfortable inside a life I had been helping him hold together. I told him calmly that I could not do this anymore. I said I needed my health, my peace, my home, and the life I still had left. I said I would not spend my final years becoming another man's replacement wife just because he had never learned how to care for himself. He looked stunned, then offended. He said he thought I liked helping. He said I had offered. He said we had something special. And yes, I had offered. That was the painful part. No one forced me. I stepped into that role because it was the role I had always known. But I looked him in the eyes and said, "A woman can be kind without becoming responsible for a grown man's entire life." Then I left. He called twice after that. I never answered. Within weeks, my blood pressure improved. I slept better. My house felt peaceful again. I started taking walks, reading in the afternoon, calling my sons without rushing, and remembering that I was still a whole human being even when nobody needed me for anything. So let me say this clearly to every woman over 60 or over 70 listening today. Real love in later life should make your life lighter, not heavier. It should bring comfort, not constant responsibility. It should protect your peace, not consume it. Peace is not loneliness. Peace is breathing freely in your own home without feeling guilty for resting. If this story spoke to your heart, comment, "I choose peace." And if another woman needs this message, share this video with her today.